I'm Victor Hwang with the Kauffman Foundation. I invited my friend Phil Wickham to join me on a road trip to the middle of the country. Phil's a venture investor and entrepreneur who's worked with companies on the East and West Coasts. We listen to entrepreneurs in America's heartland talk about the obstacles that stand in their way and the local ecosystems that support them. Their stories of resilience and renewal help shape the Zero Barriers movement. It's a nationwide effort committed to pursuing uncommon solutions that will help the makers, doers, and dreamers turn their ideas into reality.
When I first started, I really didn't want to start. So I kept asking people, like waiting for them to say like, no, don't do that, that's a terrible idea. And it's like, okay, great. But then I would go back to it and say, I know that this can work.
I'm pretty good at certain things, but I'm not good at everything. And what I've been fortunate to find is a whole bunch of people here in the Midwest that help me do what I do better.
It was truly a leap of faith for me to make this decision and start this company. It started off really tough because Omaha is pretty conservative, and in tech it's very white male dominated as it is across our country.
You know, there wasn't venture capital in Omaha, Nebraska. I always say we opened up a software company like we would have opened up a laundromat. Like, you have to make X amount of dollars to pay your bills, and the goal of starting a company is to make money, and we want to make money.
I'm very persistent. The funding process is a process where you absolutely have to be. In this market particularly, people don't like to tell you no because we're very polite people. And so sometimes you just have to ask them to tell you no.
Shows like Silicon Valley are satire and can poke some fun at it, but I think a lot of that buzz is about everything except the actual day-to-day grind, like the actual operations.
It's a different kind of stress, I guess, too, because when you have a startup and you're growing a business, everything you have is on the line.
A lot of the challenges are often these invisible challenges, pessimism or skepticism. Do you find some of that here, and how are people overcoming that?
You know, I'm a Cubs fan, and so
so anything's possible now.
So anything's possible now.
Seems like a fairly new science to describe what makes a startup ecosystem bloom.
Be a little quirky and different, and that's okay, and we embrace that. And you're always asking the why questions. Why?
This place tends to attract people who are willing to buck convention and bureaucracy and try something new.
If you really want to get the best collection of solutions, you've got to figure out how to get the broadest cross-section of perspectives at the table.
We have people that have moved here from another city or another state or another country, and they have dreams of raising their family or buying a house or starting a business.
Our goal in Columbus Junction as a city is to not put up any more barriers than we have to. In fact, we probably put up very few. And basically what we tell them is, tell us what you're going to do and we'll try to help you.
Even before entrepreneurship was cool, it was something that we supported as a city.
Geography doesn't have a monopoly on good ideas. Omaha or Cedar Rapids or St. Louis or Peoria, like all of those places have smart people that have ideas.
We're all in the same boat, whether you're just graduating college or somebody who's 65 years old who just got out of industry. As an entrepreneur, you're all facing similar challenges. So I think for me, it was kind of this evolution of, I am an entrepreneur.
I could have been a very balanced human being, but this is more important.
You became an entrepreneur. So
so now I'm not, but that's okay.
The ability to see limitless vistas through the lens of entrepreneurship really changes your perspective on things.
Or anytime you can spend the day with amazing entrepreneurs, doesn't matter where you are, it's a great day.